Thank you very much for having me. My name is Isabelle Clement. I'm the director of a small charity called Wheels for Wellbeing, and one of our sites is based in Southwark at the Herne Hill Velodrome. But today I'm just going to give you a very short personal perspective on active travel from a disabled person's perspective, because a lot of people think that active travel is all very well, but cannot really apply to disabled people, particularly cycling. So just a very personal perspective on it, and not to say that everybody can necessarily or necessarily wants to do what I do, but just to counter sometimes the fact that people say, well, this doesn't apply to disabled people. So as an individual, I'm a French-born woman. I am a South Londoner, and I'm in my mid-50s. I had cancer when I was under the age of 1, and therefore my spinal cord was injured at the time. So walking was never a great thing for me, but it kind of happened. It's happening less and less now. I consider myself as being quite privileged as a disabled person, in the fact that I have quite a choice of mobility aids. I can walk a little bit, very short distances. I have a really swanky wheelchair, which means that I can wheel for longer distances, but it's not great outdoors, but great for indoor flat surfaces. I also can cycle, because I have found a way to transform my wheelchair into a hand cycle, and I also drive. So I have a lot of choices. I used to only like driving, and I used to say, if I can't drive somewhere, I can't go, assuming I can park right outside my destination. But what I'm here to tell you is that actually cycling has become my favorite mode of transport. And for a good number of reasons, which I'll just go very quickly through. One, I am, if I drive, I don't get fatigue, but if I wheel or if I try to walk, I get pain, I get fatigue. Whereas if I cycle, not only am I moving, but I'm getting no pain, no fatigue, and I'm getting endorphins, so I feel happier. It's also a mode of transport that gets me door to door. For a lot of disabled people, it's actually quite tricky to get from your door to the door of your destination. If I'm not driving, I don't have to spend time and energy trying to find parking and then wheeling my way between where I've parked and my destination. If I'm cycling, I've gone from my door right into the building where I'm going. Footways, pavements are a real problem for somebody who's a bit wobbly or somebody who's using a wheelchair. If you're cycling on the road, you don't have to worry about the bad quality of pavements. We want better quality pavements, but in the meantime, if we're cycling, we are free of the stress of using pavements. And also, it's my only safe way of exercising. So again, like Rachel commented earlier, that I get actually the main reason why I'm so passionate about cycling, because it's the only way I can safely exercise. And in my mid-50s, I know that I need to increase my exercise, the amount of exercise. And of course, finally, I don't add to air pollution when I'm cycling, which is becoming increasingly important to me. Lots of disabled people cycle on all sorts of different kinds of cycles. So I just wanted to give you a few pictures here to rattle through. So it's not just hand cycling, which enables disabled people. Yeah, there are all kinds of impairments, all kinds of situations, and there are all kinds of cycles. So cycling's not the only thing. Not everybody can cycle now, today. Not everybody wants to cycle who is disabled, and not everybody wants, even if they, like me, equipped and can do it, know they can, not everybody wants to do it every day for every journey. So also super important in order to improve active travel for disabled people is accessible pavements and accessible crossings. There's a lot to do there. Accessible and protected cycleways, which can become mobility ways, whether you're using a hand cycle or a mobility scooter, etc. If there's good cycle tracks, cycle lanes, everybody who's on wheels can use them. Accessible public transport, super important, and also accessible car parking reserved for disabled people to drive themselves and park or to be dropped off. Super important. Really, really short, very, very quick run through, but this is me. Thank you very much. I look forward to the conversations in the discussions later.